certifying badasses one podcast at a time, teaching you to love Monday. Check your baggage at licensed-to-be-badass.com and hop on the bus to Badassville. Turn up your energy with Mustang Monday. Here once again in the driver's seat is Kelly Orchard.
So, hey everybody, Kelly Orchard, Mustang Monday. I'm the Badass Certifier, sitting here with David C.
Chantarangsu.
Thank you. You are, say it please, your title.
Sure, Development Services Director.
Okay, Development Services Director for the city of Murrieta. Now, you know, when I got to share this with you because when I've just been introduced to David like a second ago, and you know, Dominique is, you know, she's the public information officer, and she's sharing with you about, you know, all the things that we could talk about. And the thing was, it's like, and Kim said badass, and you're like, so I'm licensed to say badass. So just say it. Let's just get out of your system.
Badass.
You are a badass. All right. So what is your job? What do you do?
Sure. So my department includes building department, planning department, and code enforcement. And so when somebody wants to build something, whether it's a room addition onto their house or like a new shopping center or a new business complex, they go through my shop. At first with planning to get like all the bureaucratic kind of environmental hurdles, you know, that we have to go through. We're checking to make sure the development meets all of the city standards and looking for issues to make sure that their development is not going to impact the city, you know, in a negative way. And then once they're done with planning, they actually go into building, get their building permit. And then we also partner with engineering because they're involved like with reviewing grading and storm drain plans, storm water. So we've got a lot of pieces that we kind of, you know, all put together and at the end of the day, you know, basically wind up with a new building.
And you're the director of all that.
I'm the director of all that, but I do have a lot of good people, you know, that work under me and work for me and basically move this process through.
And we have to say that so that the people that work for the city that listen to that can know that he values his team.
I do. They're all great.
And this is not an official City of Murrieta PR piece. I think that it's funny with Kim. It started out as a recruitment piece, you know, and then the fire chief, it starts out as a community effort piece, and you was like, okay, we're building good buildings, and you know, and please don't bother me.
Well, hopefully it didn't come off that way, but
no, that's not it at all. It's just like, as I'm sitting here and you're telling me all these things that you do, and my head is about to explode because it sounds. You know, like you said, I'm the one who helps to manage all that bureaucratic stuff, the red tape that in order to build a building, whether it's from a room addition or Costco.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, or a new school or the 10,000 homes I hear. Like,
yeah. So yeah, I mean, Murrieta is obviously it's a great town to live in. If I don't know if you had the chief of police on yet,
not yet. Yeah,
but I won't steal his thunder. But one of the safest cities in America for our size.
Yeah.
So people want to live in Murrieta because of the schools and the quality of life.
Yeah.
And so
we're here to welcome the 10,000 new homeowners that are going to be coming to Murrieta. So tell me about you though. How long have you been with the city and
doing
this work and stuff?
So I've been with the city for about 8 months, and so I'm fairly new. Yep, I think I'm the third newest director. So Diego Chavez is the newest, and then Chief Malloy from fire, and then before that, I think it was me.
Wow, and they just throw you right in and say, "Oh, by the way, you're going to go out the parking lot and get this Mustang with this crazy woman and do a video," and you're like, "What?
No,
where did you come from?"
So I was the community development director for City of Laguna Hills in South Orange County for about 10 years.
Okay,
and
10 years.
10 years, and so I was doing the crazy drive on the 91. Got really tired of that.
Oh, so you live here?
I live in Corona.
Okay,
and so the commute is much better coming down the 15.
Yeah.
Yep. And then before that, I was in the city of Glendora, which is in northeast LA County. I was there for about 20 years. So that's where I started as a city planner, and learned, you know, my craft, and then went to Laguna Hills, and then came here. So went to planning school, Cal Poly Pomona. Go Broncos! Badass college, at least for planning.
Yeah.
And so graduated Cal Poly 1990, and so I've got 32 years as a city planner, and
Did
New
you already
development
were
director.
you so in high school or whatever? I mean, did you already know you wanted to be working in a city and building cities and stuff like that? Is that
You know what? Originally, I was thinking like construction was kind of my vibe, and as I got into it, and like, I mean, it was okay. I didn't have the what do you call it, the skills, I guess, to be a good. I wasn't good with my hands. My dad was great. He was a mechanic, but I didn't inherit those genes from him. So as I went through school and was trying to figure out careers, and just going through the college catalog at Cal Poly, I was originally going to be an architect, and
well, this is kind of all in line with both of those things.
Exactly,
You're actually doing a little bit of both, somewhat.
yeah, a little bit.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And so really found that planning really struck a chord with me, because number one, I like seeing things built. I and this is going to be totally nerdy, so
Forgive me.
go nerd power.
Go nerd power. I'm a
Go
nerd
power.
too. Totally nerd. Yeah.
So looking at planning and what it entailed, trying to, I mean, really at the heart of it, improve people's lives and help build the economy, bring in jobs, and just have create a nice place for people to live. So that's what really appealed to me about city planning.
Yeah. Very cool. So Laguna Hills to here, that's a huge difference too.
Yep. City of about 32,000 people, completely built out. We really
what are
didn't
you
have
planning?
a lot of
Yeah.
So we were working on a mall project. So our mall was dead. So we were working on redeveloping that property and working with the landowner. And when I saw the opportunity for Murrieta, I'm like, wow, what a great opportunity
to go build.
exactly use all of the skills that I had collected over the years, or sharpened. So
Yeah.
that's what really appealed. And plus, we have some really good friends that live down here, so we've been coming down to this area for 20 years, and like, well, hey, wow, what a great community to be able to come
So are
into.
you a Southern California born and bred?
I'm a California native.
too.
Lived in Los Angeles.
Me too.
Yep.
Where were you born?
So I was born in LA, Los Angeles Hospital, and then just my parents lived in the San Gabriel Valley, and so I went to high school in San Gabriel Valley, college at Cal Poly, and eventually I moved out to the Inland Empire, and that's where we're at right now.
I was born in Van Nuys.
Okay, cool.
I'm like original Valley girl.
You're a Valley girl, that's
I
right.
am like the original OG. It's like OG Valley girl.
Yep.
And I can tell you that for sure. So you're kind of an OG Valley boy in a way, not really.
Well, San Gabriel Valley.
San Gabriel. Yeah, the wannabes.
Right? There you go. Yep, I've heard that about San Gabriel Valley.
Yeah,
So.
the wannabe valleys. Yeah. Well, so what do you do for fun?
For fun.
Who are you on a personal level?
Personal level, so I am a fan of the most baddest ass soccer team in the world, which is Manchester City. Come on, City! And for you Liverpool fans that are out there that might be watching, second place is the first loser. We won't even talk about Manchester United, which is a sixth place loser team. So Manchester City.
Okay.
That's my favorite soccer team or football team. LA Dodger fan. Obviously, I grew up within 10 miles of Dodger Stadium. So
Gotta love Dodgers.
Gotta love Dodgers. And then just for me personally, I love playing racquetball. I've been a racquetball player, since college. It's a badass sport, I gotta say.
You're using that badass word quite a bit.
Well,
now that
Kim-
you got license to do
That's
it.
right. Kim gave us license, I guess. So,
Yeah.
but just playing racquetball, it's have a great group of friends that I play with, and we play like 3 times a week, and just a way to reduce stress and get exercise, and it's just a fun sport. So
Yeah. So that is what you do for fun. So, but you live in Corona. You're not in Murrieta. I'm trying to you say whoever's out there. The thing is, you mentioned the 91 freeway. I was like, yeah, anybody in Southern California doesn't really understand the 91.
the 91.
At all. It's a parking lot,
yeah,
basically. It
totally.
is literally just a parking lot going west.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is the most unbadass freeway. So you're just crawling along. I think they call it the Corona crawl when you're on the 91.
Yeah.
And just doing that for 10 years, I'd had enough of that.
Just this new job alone with the commute has probably reduced a ton of stress for you.
So much more comfortable drive. I mean, it's still a 30-mile drive for me, but it's opposite direction in traffic. So I'm really happy to have this commute.
Yeah. I was thinking about your last name, and I was like, oh, I could just say C, David C. That's what they have to call you, don't they?
Well, people are learning how to say my last name.
Well, it's
so.
funny. It's like because I got the email with all the names of all the people, and I saw your name, and I'm just trying to like. I was doing a voice to text, and I sounded it out phonetically, and my voice to text actually spelled your name correctly.
Oh, no kidding!
I was like,
that's
wow,
great.
but I have to be looking at it. So
Chantarangsu.
Chantarangsu.
Yep.
That's not so hard.
Yeah, no, it's very phonetic. It just rolls off the tongue.
Chantarangsu. David Chantarangsu, who's probably got a community services development emergency.
It's probably my wife, to be honest with you.
Well, tell her I said hi.
I will do that.
From the badass. All right. So what is your badass tip?
Badass tip.
Yeah, personal
man.
or professional, whatever it is. What do you encourage people to do?
I think, treat people the way you want to be treated. Obviously it's the golden rule, and, but it's such a universal truth. In this era, you see and hear about, so many things of just relationships, whether they're personal or professional, just going bad. And I think just, being kind to people,
especially in today's
absolutely,
society and all the I call it the mad world. And I don't ever in any of my podcasts, I don't talk about the current events that are going on because it's not the point of what I'm doing. We're just like badass attitude, positive attitude, positive mindset.
Thank you for spreading that.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes,
and thank you for
great.
being a badass.
Oh, well, thank
and
you.
hopping in the Mustang for Mustang Monday. So that is the tip. That is David's tip. Be kind to others. Treat them how you would want to be treated.
Absolutely.
Especially those in community service. They need that. I mean, you're there to serve, and yet people can be sometimes kind of cruel.
Yeah, we try to put ourselves in other people's positions and understand where they're coming from. I mean, there could be a lot of emotional baggage on top of that, and if we try to look through that and just get to the heart of the matter and try to understand how is it that we can help, the folks that we work for and in the community, and so that's what we're trying to do.
Well, a pleasure to meet you, David.
Pleasure meeting you.
Kelly Orchard, Badass Certifier with Mustang Monday, reminding you, and now just repeat it after me, to be bold, be brave, be confident, be badass.
Mustang Monday. Fast cars, fun chats, and badass business and personal tips from the streets. Driving home a positive message with interviews conducted in Kelly's 2006 Mustang. Grab your Badass Habits ebook. Get started on your badass journey. Go to licensedtobebadass.com.